Hello, my name is Ariel, like the mermaid, and in this video I'm going to talk about the comment section on my YouTube videos. Most of the time I get some really nice comments. I get sometimes they're just like nice little compliments, which I appreciate, and sometimes it's people just talking about their own experiences as like a trans person, and I think that's great, and you know, asking questions sometimes, all great. And sometimes even I get some people who express like a different opinion, but they do it in a really respectful way, and we have like a nice constructive conversation, which I think is a really great thing. I think that's really positive, and I love that. I don't mind people writing in the comment section a contrary view if they do so in a respectful manner, and I think that's great. I think that's a really good thing, that there can be a discussion on my YouTube videos. However, sometimes I get some not so nice comments, which you can see. I read some in this video I called, where I just Ariel read some hate mail. I'm not sure if I'm going to do another one of those, because I think some people, well, after it at one point there were some people that just posted weird comments, like, I don't know, I mean, like, one of them was not nice, but there was just like a bunch, like a series of just weird comments, which I guess they were trying to, I don't know what they were, it seemed almost like they were trying to get me to do another, like, Ariel reads hate mail video. I don't know if what they were doing, but I do want to clarify, I don't want to be encouraging, I mean, like, I know that was like a silly video or whatever, I don't want to be encouraging bigoted comments on my video, not really for my sake, but more for all sorts of people watch these videos, including a lot of times trans people, and potentially people who are kind of questioning their gender and questioning their sexuality, or just figuring things out just in general. And those people don't need to be reading like bigoted comments. I think that's, so I just want to make that clear. I don't want to be encouraging that. Now, the thing is, with my comment section, in general, I'm not very strict about regulating comments. I think, I mean, occasionally I have left some bigoted comments, because here's the thing, I think if people want to post something terrible on my YouTube video, I think they should be held accountable for it, and the best way they're going to be held accountable is if it's there for people to see. And I also think, just in general, I think that I shouldn't pretend that this bigotry doesn't exist, because it does exist, and I think that people need to acknowledge the fact that not everybody who watches my videos is a nice person. A lot of them, there is a lot of bigotry out there. But at the same time, I do have the power to restrict my comment thing, and if people are being, sometimes I will, a big thing, here's things that will get you potentially banned from my channel, or just like will make me delete things. Sometimes things get marked as spam, and if it just seems like a useless thing where they're trying to promote like a site or something, I mean, I'll probably go like, yeah, that's spam, and then I'll just, you know, delete it, whatever. YouTube usually actually weeds that out anyways. But a big thing is, if people, with the bigoted things, if they're directed at a specific YouTuber, definitely I'm going to get rid of that. Also, a recent thing that I've had was a very, like, odd form of bigotry that really put me in a weird situation, and, like, I eventually just was like, okay, I'm, you know, getting rid of this person's not allowed to comment on my YouTube videos anymore. And it was basically, they were, I mean, I think they were basically making a, I don't want to mention their YouTube channel because I don't want to give them attention, because that's clearly what they were. I mean, they were clearly trolling, at least that's what I thought. And they were kind of claiming, to be, this is what put me in a difficult situation. They were claiming to be transgender, but they were saying that they had genders that wanted to kill people. Crazy thing, and just in general, the tone, I mean, throughout, you know, different videos they were commenting different things. So like some videos they were saying, you know, that kind of stuff that was, you know, where they were pretending to be like mentally ill or something. And then there was some things where they were just doing regular, like, you know, transphobic comments, like they were saying, calling me it, and they were just general things like that, and saying that I was insane because I was trans. You know, so I mean, it was clearly it seemed clear to me that they were it was clear just like bigotry, but it was very confusing. They were also, then I started seeing they were replying to other people's comments, and that started making me be a little bit more nervous about what was going on, because I don't want people to be, the big thing with that is I don't want people, with someone like that, because I feel like those kind of bigots, where the dishonest bigots, where they're willing to do tactics like that, where they're making a joke, and it's, I don't want people to get confused about what being transgender is, and I don't want there to be I think trans people having a hard enough time, and someone who's like equating being transgender to having like a personality disorder or something like that. I mean, just because that's also just ableist, in addition to being transphobic, because it's, exploiting a, real disorders and comparing it to that's just not a thing that should be done. And it's, it's also just kind of demonizing, different kinds of disorders. The point is, things like that where it's gonna just cause confusion and make people, and it just really kind of detracts from like the issues, and isn't really encouraging like positive discussion, constructive discussion. That stuff a lot of times I'm going to delete. So here's the thing. The main point of this is I just wanted to acknowledge that kind of stuff happened, and that sometimes, yes, there's going to be weird comments on my videos, and I'm not always going to delete everything. But just in general, I like comments on my videos. I don't want to be encouraging hateful comments. You shouldn't do that. It's not respectful, and it's potentially harmful to a lot of people. And just in general, I don't know. I mean, I do appreciate comments, though, even if you don't agree with me. If you don't agree with me, I don't mind. Just say it in a respectful way. Respect me and respect, how I want to be referred to. Don't refer to me as it. Don't refer to me as a tranny or as a faggot or whatever, because that's just hurtful to lots of people. But you can express, like, I don't really agree with you on this point. I think that, that's great. We can have a discussion. It can be awesome. I might not always reply to every comment, by the way, because sometimes I don't always have time to go through everything. But a lot of times I like to reply to comments. I like to have a discussion. I think it's good. So, and again, I've gotten a lot of nice comments too. That was just like a weird instance where someone was like trolling and messing with stuff, and eventually I just was like, okay, no more. Yeah.